So within the last week or so, it looks like there's some massive whales starting to buy up XRP. And they're doing it not just by the millions, not just by tens of millions, but there are hundreds of millions of XRP being shipped from wallet to wallet. And in this video, I'm going to talk about who's actually doing the buying, what some of the speculation is about some of the other mass movements of XRP, what it's actually for, and is it really going to affect the price at all? And we're only one day away from the Sologenic Snapshot for XRP and solo holders, so I have some information about it in this video that it was just released within the last day or so, including another huge exchange that is going to be supporting the airdrop, and it's one that XRP holders are definitely going to want to know about. Also, if you follow me on Twitter or anybody else in the crypto space on Twitter, it has been getting more and more entertaining by the week. Well, recently, Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, who has gone full-on Bitcoin disciple, was recently having some arguments with Tyler Winklevoss. I'm going to tell you what they just said and why it's so entertaining. And while you're on Twitter, I encourage you to go follow a Twitter user by the name of Taig. I think that's how it's pronounced. T-A-I-G. I will link it in the description below. He's been dropping some crazy information regarding the Ripple versus the SEC case and the backstory behind all of the crazy investigations that's going on into Ethereum, the governments, all the power players, and why they're being so secretive. It's really interesting stuff. So if you want to look beyond the surface of what Congress is saying about something, you are going to go want to follow him. Not only that, make sure you follow John Deaton as well. Hey everyone, my name is Randy and welcome back to the Late Night Grind. And right now on this channel, we are covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, as well as other cryptocurrency news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all those topics interest you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so that YouTube will send you a notification when I release a new video. And if you're feeling generous today, I'd really appreciate it if you do two things. Number one, smash the thumbs up button, and number two, watch this video all the way to the end. Those really are the two best things that you can do to support a YouTube channel. So with that, let's jump into it. So I first wanted to mention this kind of Twitter argument that Jack Dorsey has been having with Tyler Winklevoss, and it's about Web3. Now, if you haven't heard of Web3, you may hear about it in the near future. At its core, the arguments are that Web3 is about the decentralized approach to the internet financial system that's being developed, and there's some people on the other side claiming, well, it's basically just Ethereum trying to rebrand what they're doing because regular Ethereum isn't working, it's congested, it's expensive, it's slow, and they're trying to build a new Ethereum. So meanwhile, on Twitter, there are some arguments about it. Jack Dorsey, who recently came out and said, listen, I don't see any Web3 anywhere. What is Web3? But I believe Jack might know something because of what's going on with the Ripple versus the SEC case and all the digging that's going into Ethereum. He pointed out that venture capitalists are the ones that really have their eyes on Web3, not the people who are interested in decentralization like Jack. So Jack ended up blocking Tyler Winklevoss, but then later it was brought up the tweet that Jack sold as an NFT for $2.9 million, and someone then forwarded that out and said, this brought to you by Web3. All right, so let's talk about who is buying XRP right now by the hundreds of millions. Now, some of this is actually going from exchange to exchange. Some of it's even going internal from one address to another within the same exchange. Now, sometimes exchanges do this from time to time, but what the speculation is that the buying activity for XRP is becoming increased. And what they're doing is shifting XRP from one wallet to another to allow for liquidity. The other thing is that hundreds of millions of XRP are being transferred from unknown wallet to unknown wallet outside of exchanges. Some of this is being facilitated by Ripple itself, going to other exchanges. In fact, 85 million XRP were actually moved to an exchange in Korea. But on top of that, the speculation is that the high volume of XRP being moved right now is because of the whale buying activity, or at least the anticipation of. Now, why are they actually buying XRP now? Well, if you follow the technical analysis and the chart readers that say XRP is primed for a big move because either Bitcoin is moving or because Bitcoin's not moving and it's becoming alt season, and either one becomes a win for XRP. Not only that, if you hold XRP, you're going to get the Sologenic airdrop, which moves me on to my next point. Talking about this Sologenic airdrop, we are one day away from getting this snapshot done. If you're a solo holder or an XRP holder, you're probably more so interested in it if you're a solo holder because you're going to get a lot more solo tokens airdropped than if you just hold XRP. However, the news in the past couple of days looks like it's going to be a little bit easier for those holding XRP to actually participate in the airdrop in this snapshot because exchange after exchange have come onto Twitter and announced that they are supporting this airdrop from Sologenic. The biggest one just last night Uphold. In fact, if you're in the United States, Uphold is one of the very few places that you can actually go and buy XRP. So people in the US were wondering about Uphold, including myself. Several weeks ago, I actually asked them on Twitter regarding this airdrop, and they said, we haven't made any decisions yet, but follow our social media channels and we will let you know when a decision has been made. Well, last night it was announced that they are. So if you hold XRP on Uphold, they are going to be supporting it during this snapshot. And I know the next question is going to be, do I have to set up a trust line? Is there anything else I have to do? And from what I read, it doesn't sound like you need to set up a trust line in Uphold, but I will continue to look at that and provide an answer on Twitter if I find a definitive answer. Because it looks like right now, all you have to do is hold XRP on the Uphold exchange, and you'll be captured in that snapshot and be eligible for the Solo token to actually be airdropped. Now, I did find a great resource on how to actually set up some of these trust lines to the Zoom wallet using XRP Toolkit for different outside wallets like Ledger, or doing it through other exchanges. So I'm actually going to link that in the description below. It is a full Q&A on the Sologenic airdrop, how to be included in the snapshot, and it's a great resource. So if you're still unfamiliar, if you're all set up and ready to go for the snapshot, you might want to consult that resource. I also wanted to point out one more thing. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, please go do so. I'll put that in the link in the description below. There's another one I want you to go follow, and that is the Twitter handle TAIG. And he's been providing some unbelievable resources, some unbelievable digging into the whole Ethereum free pass that the SEC is essentially trying to get away with, but that's being dug up by the people that are really trying to investigate the true reason behind this Ripple versus the SEC. And speaking of the Ripple versus the SEC case, I recently just saw on Twitter somebody asked Jeremy Hogan, who is an outside attorney covering the case, why he hasn't really been making videos or posting too much about the case anymore. And that is, well, the case is kind of taking a break. In fact, he said it's probably going to be taking a break until about mid-January, to which point he said things are going to get crazy. So if you're looking specifically on the outcome of the SEC versus Ripple case, I believe there's some deadlines coming up in mid-January. This is where discovery ends. This is where depositions or the windows to do these depositions actually end, and it moves into trial mode. So there's going to be a lot of information coming out right before this thing kicks into full gear in trial mode. Settlement speculation is going to be running wild, I'm sure. If there's anything serious, I won't really talk about it unless it's actually confirmed. So right now, all eyes are going to be on January 24th, tomorrow, regarding the snapshot for Sologenic. Now, if you've been watching the price movements of Sologenic, it's been kind of going crazy. From $5 all the way down to $2.50. It's back up to nearly $5 again. And from what I've heard, some other people that were involved in similar airdrops, is that their prices will be rising probably very high just before snapshot, and then cratering directly afterwards. So if that's something where you're trying to sneak in a quick trade or a quick flip for a quick profit, you might want to keep your eye on that. However, if you're just looking to accumulate more Solo tokens because you believe that in the long term, and especially in the year 2022, that Sologenic is going to be a huge, huge project like I do, then mainly you should just be focusing on getting your XRP into that snapshot and whatever Solo tokens you hold currently into that snapshot as well. And if you're doing like I'm doing and some others that I saw on Twitter, you're going to be looking to see how far that price actually falls after snapshot time, so you can snatch up as much of that cheap Solo token as you can. And as I'm making this video, it looks like Bitcoin has really been starting to rise. The next price point it needs to break through is 52,000, and if it breaks 52,000, it looks like it could be a straight shot directly to 53, 54,000. And of course, with that, all the altcoins are running with it as well. So my eyes are going to be on the charts for some time, as some people are expecting what they're calling a Santa rally. So we will have to see if this is just the very beginning of this last leg of this major bull run. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and watching all the way to the end, giving it a big thumbs up. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.